Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's special episode. I'm Jeff Johnson,
I'm David Burns.
and you are listening to a Film by Podcast.
Tonight, we are going to be talking about a film by Nyle Cavazos Garcia, his upcoming Christmas horror creature feature, Catnip. He's here with us tonight, along with cast members Tiffany Helm and Brooke Bundy, as well as co-producer David Thomas Newman. Catnippers, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
This is absolute pleasure to have you guys here. We're going to be talking about this extraordinary film and the Kickstarter campaign, which is live right now at catnipmoviecampaign.com. So you can learn how to contribute to this film and get some very cool rewards, possibly.
Yes. Catnipmoviecampaign.com. Let's keep saying it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will keep repeating that throughout the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the origin of Catnip, the movie.
It's based on a true story. No, it's not. It's not based on a true story. It's my homage to movies I grew up watching. I grew up in the 80s and missed those kinds of movies in the horror genre. I want to create something along the lines of a Gremlins or an Arachnophobia or Critters, something that's scary and funny and fun and original. We're using live animal actors instead of CGI. We're using practical special effects instead of CGI. We're gonna try to put the artistry back into it and load it with a lot of scary cats and cool death scenes.
Now, you kind of mentioned, 1984's Gremlins. When it comes to Catnip, like, how did you conceive this specific idea?
I just don't understand why there hasn't already been one. It seems like one of those movies that should already exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a definitive killer cat movie at all. There are like cool cat movies, but there isn't one where cats are the bad guys. Cats are the creatures that people are trying to fight against or survive the night against. So I thought, why not? I've always wanted to make a movie like this, something like a Cujo or a Jaws or something, just where people are against something that's like a force of nature, and nobody would ever think cats.
No.
Cats are actually like, I've seen so many scenes in horror movies where you hear a noise and you turn around because you think there's a monster there, and a cat jumps out and you're like, oh, it's just a cat.
Oh.
And I'm like, what if the cat were the monster? You know what I mean? What if that's the worst thing that you can see?
That's a valid point.
Yeah, it's never happened before. So it's like you have your guard down already. You know what I mean? So it's just you don't see it coming, which makes it more terrifying when it's right in your face. So I just I'm super excited to be able to like make this happen because I feel like it's something that I've wanted to see my whole life.
Well, I can tell you've already hooked me. Just talking about, I love movies like Gremlins, where it takes place in like a town or a building, and you got a group of characters. So you've already hooked me on that. I can't wait myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, you kind of answered a little bit, but looking at your body of work, it's safe to assume you have a deep admiration for the horror genre. Do you prefer the creature features as opposed to slashers or the haunting and possession films of late?
I like all of it.
Okay.
Everything.
All of the above.
Literally watched every horror movie I could get my hands on as a kid. It was like my deep dark secret. I would just sneak away and watch. Actually, I did it. I didn't have to sneak away. I was by myself a lot. It was the 80s. Kids just kind of brought themselves up. Your parents are working or they were not there. And I had a TV. I had a VCR. So I would rent a horror movie every day. But it's not, I was 8 years old, so I wasn't really renting these movies. They were given to me I had this relationship with a video store manager on my way home. I would walk to school, ride my bike or walk to school, and then on the way back, I would stop in this video store.
Awesome.
And the girl who ran it, I think she was probably like 17 or 18, but she seemed like a lady because I was only 8. I would just hang out in there, I would like arrange the shelves, and I would flip through like their old posters and stuff and take some, posters home of whatever I could get my hands on. And I think she liked me, or she felt like I needed something. I don't know. So she would pay me with one movie a day, and I would always pick horror because I wasn't allowed to watch those. So I would start after I alphabetized the section, I would start at A and then work my way through until I got to the last movie, and then I would go back to the beginning again. Every day for, I don't know, 3 years, I watched a horror movie after school.
Nyle, you have just created an interesting concept for like an anthology series where it's every week, it's a new episode. This kid takes a VHS tape and puts it in, and then we just jump right into that movie.
Well, that's a good idea.
Let's look at that,
It
maybe.
is.
Yeah.
Really
Once we're doing
something.
Catnip, yeah.
Love it.
Great idea.
It is. I like it.
Right.
Run with it, Nyle. Run with it.
I might.
Write it down. This is being recorded, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I know
Actually,
who could play Nyle as a little boy.
no.
Oh, who do we got?
Who would it be?
Atticus.
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 My son is an actor. His name's Atticus.
Okay.
All right.
He's 9. He would play a really good little boy, or a little version of me. He is a little version of me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Literally.
I'll run it
Not
by
a
him and see what he says.
You should.
Yeah.
All I ask is I can be like in the video store, just in the background. That's all I ask.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You can be the
Every episode.
17-year-old lady.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
we
go.
go. Okay, we'll run with that.
I'll go with glorified extra. That's
That's all. That's all. All right. David, you're involved with several upcoming productions. What is it that drew you to Catnip?
Oh my gosh. It would definitely be the idea of something that Nyle mentions, arachnophobia. That was one of my kind of that and Poltergeist and Jaws were like the first horror movies I had seen.
Mhm.
And so when I looked through the pitch deck, I understood the concept. And then at the very bottom, it showed gremlins and arachnophobia. And I was like, that's it. Send me the script. Let me read it. See what, can you make it a horror that's funny, or make it a horror comedy that has slasher in it? Like, what are you going to do? What's your take? Let me see. And then I read the script. It was game over.
That's awesome.
Done.
well. Let's talk about this killer cast that's been assembled, beginning with Tiffany and Brooke. You two ladies have come against some of horror genre's heavyweights in films like Friday the 13th: A New Beginning and Nightmare on Elm Street Parts 3 and 4. Are you two anticipating a ferocious face-off with this film's antagonists?
I don't know. I hadn't gone that far with it. I don't know. I don't want to reveal anything about my character or what goes on with her. But I love her. Her name is Alice, and she's wonderful. And it's Christmas Eve, and she's with her hubby, who she loves dearly, and a little tipsy, which seems to be her
All the time.
Well, I'm just, it's her general state of life. And they're enjoying a film festival of Christmas classics. And then, bum. So that's as much as I'm going to say. But it's just, I don't know if I even answered your question, but I'm really looking forward to it.
There's something I want to interject in there that I don't think anyone's realized. The Christmas movie or movies that Bert and Alice are watching in Catnip are going to be movies that we make and put on scenes from movies that we were going to put together. So they're watching. It looks like a Miracle on 34th Street or A Wonderful Life or something, but it's actually scenes that we've produced as our version of those classic Christmas movies. So that'll be a little Easter egg. We're going to cast some. Well, I'm trying to cast some regulars, people I've worked with in the past, into those scenes.
So it's going to be black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
fantastic.
with stopping music.
Well, I think the sound will be down low enough so you won't really hear what it is. But we're gonna film the whole scene. I'm gonna recreate like a department store setting with a Santa and a little kid, and And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're doing that
Oh,
on the
fun.
side of Catnip. I don't think we've ever talked about that, but that's going to be super cool. So we're
That's
making little
outstanding.
Christmas movies to put into our Christmas movie.
I absolutely
have it-
love it when directors do stuff like that. So
Wow.
awesome job on that. I cannot wait. Those little touches sometimes are the best when
Yes.
directors just do that in the background. And, great job for considering doing that.
Like,
Are
yeah,
you going to do a
I like that
cameo,
too.
Niall?
Exactly, Hitchcock style.
Yeah.
I
No,
am.
we gotta have you do a cameo.
I've put myself in all of my movies so far,
Good.
but I don't know where yet in this one.
Like
I was
Stephen
going to
King.
try to get Rob, our producer, to play Santa in the Christmas movie.
Awesome.
Oh
Awesome.
man.
He has kids too that he's put in his movies before. Maybe his kids will make an appearance. I'm sure that both of my sons are gonna appear in the movie somewhere.
Good.
That's nice. So I know, Brooke, you talked a little bit about your character Alice. It's described as a woman married for 40 years who doesn't hesitate to put her husband or others, for that matter, in their place. You have a long history in film and television playing strong, independent women. And I'm assuming this is going to be the same case with Alice, right?
Yeah, I think that the thing is about Alice and all the characters. So I was thinking about it the other day. We did a podcast and it sort of came up, is that all the characters in the film are so likable. Like sometimes you'll see a movie and you just can't stand one of the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and they get their comeuppance, or they don't. They continue being villains or whatever. But this is you just really, and they're all different. Sometimes also when it's written by one person, there's repetition in terms of the characterization. But these are all very, very different characters. And again, really likable characters.
Nice. Kudos to the writer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll let the writer know that you like the script. Well, all the characters are. Was it that movie Identity where they were all inside one person's mind?
That
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's not the case here.
Okay. Fair enough. Brooke, are you excited to be working together on a project with Tiffany? This feels like something the horror community has been anticipating for a very long time.
Well, they maybe anticipated. It was never even on my bucket list. I mean, it seemed to be so far out there. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she's going to be staying with me for a week, which is already, running around trying to get things together and, getting my house together. But just, thinking about the logistics, getting to and fro the location. But I'm just really, really excited to see her, to be with her, and to watch her in action as she does what she's doing, pulling double duty.
Fantastic.
Now, Tiffany, you understand, like, Brooke's house, Brooke's rules. So if she sends you to your room, you're gonna have to go.
Well,
Right?
I don't know what she's thinking about a week. I plan on being in LA for a month.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
The truth is coming out now.
Yeah, here we go.
You did say a month. I'm sorry, you did say a month. It was Ziggy.
Surprise, Brooke. Yeah.
Good. But yes, a month for sure.
Okay, as long as we know it's a month. Are
Tiffany-
you leaving yet?
Now we have to shoot if you're already planning the trip and
Right.
stay for a whole month.
And we'll
See, we're-
talk about that later. I was actually going to talk to you about that, but we can do that on a phone call.
Yeah, you guys didn't realize this was like a surprise production meeting that
Right.
David Newman set up. We're on the clock, guys. No. Tiffany, you've played several memorable characters that are on the wrong side of the law, but in Catnip, you are the law. Can you tell us a little bit about the character
That's right.
Officer Garcia?
Just trying to do her job. Like it's late. It's Christmas Eve. I think that I want to go home and be with my family.
Right.
And the insane, like, killer cats are like, I just need to do my job is really it.
Okay.
It's I don't know that she's appreciating the change in the, I don't know, day-to-day duties, because she's not like the detectives who are out there first, like out facing the cats, and so and the detectives always look down on the cops that are like at desks and stuff like that. So
Of course they do.
that's kind of a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
snobby detectives.
Yep.
So that's really it. I just want to do my job.
Now, speaking of
And
doing your job, you're working behind the camera as well as an associate producer on this. Is that correct?
I am. This is my first time doing it. Yeah.
Ooh,
It's a
congratulations.
ride. It's a
Congratulations.
ride.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely it's out of my comfort zone in some aspects of it. But totally, I mean, the thing is, I am so passionate about the project.
Mhm.
So for whatever I lack in experience in producing, I make up for just in how excited I am about it. I mean, this is really this project, the way that it came about. I really wanted to get involved with an indie production from like the ground up. And I had been reading some scripts. I'm like supporting some indie filmmakers with their projects, and I just wasn't. I mean, it's like I was kind of ready to just go, okay, well, we probably won't get involved with a great project, but like let's just go for it. Like, who cares? I want to be part of a grassroots indie filmmaking. So when this came along, I was like, it seemed almost too good to be true because the script is so good. So I was like, yeah, I've been all in from day one,
Good.
Niall's kind of like, did you want more? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, did you want some more of that? And I'm like, yeah. So here I am, and I'm just like, holy smokes. Like, I mean, thankfully we have a really good, diverse production team. Like if it was just me, I don't know what I'd do. But yeah, it's good.
It's
I'm
good
excited.
sometimes being pushed out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It really brings out something in you really didn't expect sometimes, So good job for you taking that step and wanting to do something a little bit different than you're used to.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
it's and the timing is perfect because our youngest, who just went off to college, first year film student,
Nice.
so we're empty nesters, and I'm like, okay, so what
do I
am
do?
I gonna do? So this has been great. I just can like delve into it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'm such a huge fan of the independent film market. So another reason why I'm glad we're doing this for you guys, because so much passion is put into these films that a lot of people do not realize out there. You have those big Hollywood productions that you get millions and millions of dollars, but I'm telling you, a lot of stuff gets lost in those. When you have independent film market, it does not get lost because you have so many people with that drive, that love, that passion, that they put more into it. Now you know what I'm talking about because you're the writer, you're the director. So, I love that, and that's why I love the independent film market.
I've been working in independent film since I was 17. That was when I got my first job. I was still in high school, and I was a production assistant in Boise, Idaho. I was working on a commercial, and we shot in Houston, Idaho, which is the little town they filmed Superman 2 in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it was like the biggest thing I'd ever seen because there was a crane and a dolly, and I'd never seen that before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, a real production. But I love, and I forget, it's so much work. You almost forget to have fun.
Yeah.
We get stressed out. David and I and Rob and our production team have been, we have the campaign going. David was location scouting in Pedro. Yesterday he went all the way to Riverside, California, actually San Bernardino, California.
Oh yeah.
Is that where it was? San Bernardino?
Yeah.
2 hours away from LA to go film the cats being trained and some makeup tests on our main villain cat, One-Eyed
Nice.
Willie. The character's name is Cyclops, but the actor is One-Eyed Willie. So yeah, we like, and we're doing this on our free time.
Yeah.
Right now, we're right in the middle of pre-production, but we don't start working on the movie until, well, probably the end of the year. Right now, we're doing all the, the necessary stuff on our free time and weekends.
Yeah.
You forget to have fun, but I think that's what makes it so great is that everybody really cares about it.
Yep.
It's, you want to pull your hair out sometimes, but we're making a movie.
Exactly.
It's like incredible. We're actually making a movie about killer cats on Christmas Eve, and that is like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting times for sure. Wearing all those different hats that you guys have to wear, because you have to, right? Because you're on such a small budget, if no budget at all, you have to do those kind of things. So a lot more gets poured into it that a lot of people do not realize, except for those who love this stuff.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have more with the cast and crew of Catnip, the movie.
So Niall and David, can we talk about the cast members that will join these two talented actresses that you can mention anyway? I know some stuff hasn't, been tied down or anything like that, but I know you've already announced some people. So can we talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, we have. Let me see if I remember everybody. Jake Busey, Jeffrey Arend, Charlotte Kirk, Christian Calloway, Lorelai Linklater, Akihiro Kitamura. We just cast the kids. There's a 10-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl as the two of the main characters. And we have offers out to some pretty big names in the horror genre that would be really exciting to have them join our cast.
Awesome.
But so far we've been very lucky because we're working, we're trying to do a lot with nothing. I mean, we have a budget, but we have a very shoestring budget, and you normally don't get the kinds of people, the kinds of amazing actors on a movie this small. But I think it's because people like the script, they love the idea. This is something very new, and the fact that we're doing it in a kind of an old-fashioned way is it's exciting for people to kind of like. I think a lot of people are on board because they want to just see it, like they want to see us pull it off or not. I mean, I don't know. I just want to be on the front lines watching this. Either this amazing thing come together or this train wreck of like cats and Christmas and murder and San Pedro. We're going to film the whole thing in Pedro, which is also awesome. I've never been there.
Well,
Speaking of this cast, this film has some very intimidating, dangerous individuals, and I'm not talking about Jake Busey. I'm referring to Cyclops, Wisdom, and Fat Cat. So please tell us about this terrifying trio. Like, where did you find these guys?
Well, David was just there yesterday. David got to meet
on the streets of San Bernardino.
Oh yeah, maybe you want to. Can you? I haven't even heard the whole story about what happened yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Yeah, so
exclusive time.
I wasn't able to be there. I live on the East Coast.
I don't know what updates I can divulge about all of them, but everybody knows we have Willie, who is interestingly enough one of the first cats, if not the very first lead cat who was found and cast. I still haven't seen his audition tape. Somebody's gonna have to hand it over. But interestingly, he really has one eye. Willie has one eye. Cyclops has one eye. And Cheryl and Eric, the SFX and animal training team, they told us they were super worried. There was just no way we're gonna find a cat that has the temperament, the acting skills, the ability to do some of the stunts with one eye. And he was the first one. So that was probably a huge load off for them. And I think he's only been training for a pretty short amount of time, and he can do a lot of things. He can jump. He's like right on the edge of sit commands. Nice. I think, I don't quote anybody, me or Cheryl or anyone, but he might be able to bare teeth and maybe hiss. We don't know, that's all up to him. Kind of, all these cats are going to be huge divas.
They're cats, of course.
But
yeah.
They start out as divas.
There's so many cats. They were all of them were all different. If you know anything about animals, especially cats, they just all have their own personality.
Yep.
And then the cat who I met, who I thought was going to be the orange tabby, playing the character Fat Cat. His name was Pumpkin, and he is apparently very grumpy. So he will not be playing Fat Cat. I was like, there's Fat Cat. And he was just like, and we were told, don't mess with this guy. He was an ankle biter. Oh. He didn't bite any of us.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be playing Fat Cat. But yeah, they're all very receptive. They're all different in their own way. There's a few that are learning tricks or what do you call it, behaviors. There's a special term that I should have used correctly, but I don't think it's tricks. So don't tell Cheryl I said that. But yeah, there's about 15 plus Willie, and then we're looking for a few more. So it was very exciting to see. Y'all are gonna love the footage.
Wow, that's amazing. Just to fill everybody in, David went to the the studio or warehouse where Fox FX lab is located.
Facility, I guess.
And we filmed a little like a expose or a little introduction of Willie. We're gonna cut a video together, like a little promotion of the character and the cat playing the character. So they got to go interview Cheryl and Eric and meet all the cats, and they did a full makeup test on Willie to turn him into Cyclops, which I'm super excited. I haven't seen the footage. I was not able. I was doing so much campaign stuff today. I know that it's coming or it's in the drive. I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
I don't know who's seen it.
I am super excited to see this. I'm really excited to put it together and show you guys too. I'm gonna cut it over the next few days, and hopefully we'll have it online soon. But I've heard nothing but great things from Cheryl. Cheryl's our animal trainer, and after she found Willie, she said that he's the most beautiful, friendly, the best cat they've ever met. And that makes it even better because the character is terrifying. In the script, you don't mess with Cyclops. He will rip your face off.
Nice.
So the cat that we found is the opposite of that.
I kind of think that's in line with a good horror film, though, because
it is.
Some of the scariest horror characters are played by the sweetest people. You know,
true. Yep.
We've met a bunch of of them, and it's always like you're the guy behind the mask, like. You're just too kind. Like, how's this possible? So definitely looking forward to seeing what Cyclops is going to bring us in.
Well, I know once we start doing conventions after we filmed the movie, Cheryl and Eric were already talking about taking One-Eyed Willie with them to horror conventions.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
If they're allowed to. I don't know what the animal policy is, but he's an actor. He should be there.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We were outside smoking a cigarette. What are you looking at, kid? Whoa.
Nyle, I got to tell you, we were in David and I were in Scarefest. We're at Scarefest weekend in Lexington 2 weeks ago. There was a boa constrictor at one of the booths that Dave, I threw all kinds of money at him. He would not go near it. Dave's a little bit like Indiana Jones. He doesn't want to get near snakes, but I
don't do snakes.
Man,
nope.
Do it for the show. Do it for the show. He was like, no.
Nope.
Because he figured out where that booth was. I couldn't even get him on that side of the convention. So
not anymore. No.
But yeah, if they're letting boa constrictors in, I'm pretty sure they're gonna let the cats in. They got it.
I've seen vendors with animals at shows, and people sometimes bring their animals. Yeah,
remember that wallaby was so cute.
Oh,
the wallaby and there was a hairless cat in the Calgary Horror Con, and
good.
So
good.
So I told my vet that I was doing the movie, and he said, "Oh, I said it's a horror film, comedy with killer cats," and he started laughing so hard. And I said, "They're using real cats. They're training them." And then I thought he was going to pee. He was laughing. So he said, "They're training cats."
Yeah, we're training cats. We're doing like the one thing that you're not supposed to ever do. We're herding cats.
I can't imagine what the entails to do that for, because I'm a cat lover. I have a cat.
Me too.
I can't imagine trying to train him to do something like this. That's crazy talk, but I'm glad you're doing it.
Well, they train big cats too, though, don't they? They have like tigers and stuff.
Yeah. They've trained everything. Cheryl worked with, I'm not sure the name of the company, but they were behind the Homeward Bound movies.
Oh, okay.
So she's been working with animals for decades, and she says she's trained everything from tigers to raccoons to cats to. She has a photo with a lion. She trained for something.
Yeah. She's probably trained a wallaby.
Probably.
Probably trains the emotional support boa constrictors you'll see at the fest.
That's okay. I'm going to steer from that. I appreciate that. So I got to ask you, though, why did you choose live animals over CGI? I am hoping I know the answer, but I'm just curious.
I don't like CGI. 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 I don't
Yes.
It takes me out of the movie every time I see it, even when
Amen.
when it's good. I'm like, I know it's fake, so I don't care about it as much.
Mhm.
And I want people to really connect to every part of this movie.
Mhm.
And when it's when it's something that is it's right in front of you, you can, it's just more realistic. I mean, it's there. It's
Yeah.
actors can react to it. Everything, all the effects should be tangible, something that you can touch. I don't like the idea of filming actors in front of a green screen and then just putting in what I want later.
Right.
So we're doing everything but that. And we are doing some green screen stuff, but we're doing it the old fashioned way. We're going to be like layering in footage that we shoot with the cats. So we're not, nothing will be computer generated. It will all be filmed assets.
That's fantastic. So you're literally doing what they did back in the 70s and 80s on horror movies, of going back to that old school style of filming. That's fantastic, man. We have a lot of podcast episodes that we've talked about where practical effects are the way to go. And it's become a lost art. It really has. Everyone's like, oh, we can just CGI that. We can just CGI that. No, go back to that tangible, practical effects. That's what makes those movies so special. And I'm glad you're going that route.
I'm super excited to, that's my favorite part. That's the part I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
The cats and the effects. I mean, that's what our Kickstarter is paying for. It's paying for those two things. The two things that the movie really needs. It's the heart of the film. I mean, the story is amazing and the characters are amazing and we have an amazing cast and I'm really happy with everything that's come together. I'm even excited to shoot it in San Pedro. It was supposed to be set in New York and it's a long story on how it relocated, but I'm really happy with the new setting because it's just so untapped as well and creepy and it's going to be awesome. But the thing I'm looking forward to the most and my favorite part of filmmaking is all of the gory hands-on stuff. That's why I love horror movies. That's why I want to make them forever. I want to be able to like go home at the end of the day and my hands are blood red from like touching everything that was on set.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you said that Fox Effects Lab is the one doing it. That's Eric Fox and Cheryl Holtzman. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about them. I know they've been in the business for a little while and they've done a lot of work. So what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, how'd you find them?
Well, I met Eric when I was directing my last film, Last Ride. He didn't work on it, but he was doing the effects for another movie at the same time, and I was renting equipment from the same place where he was shooting, so we would just like cross paths a lot. And at one point, he was the one who was handing me the equipment. He's like, the owner of the place said, Eric is there shooting a movie. I'm gonna give you his number. He's gonna give you the lights. So then I went, I got the lights, I met Eric and he was cool. I'd already hired a special effects artist for Last Ride, so I didn't really look at Eric's work until later. And then once I saw what he was doing, I wish that I had him on my previous movie because he does everything that we were just talking about. He's been doing practical special effects and puppets and animatronics his whole career.
Wow.
So once this was like off the ground, even a little bit, I called him first and asked if he would do it. And his answer was, I love cats. We have like 20 cats. Horror movies and cats are my entire life. This is like, a match made in heaven. This is the project I was born to make. And I feel the same way. So we connected right away on how we were going to do it. And a lot of the reason that we relocated the movie to California is because that's where he's based.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Flying 20 cats to New York was just not going to happen.
First class.
Feasible.
First class.
Yeah.
Cats on a plane.
Cats on a plane.
There we go.
That's the next one.
There's the spinoff.
I like it, David. I like it. So all these cats are using our rescues, correct?
Correct.
I think so. Some of them were directly rescued by Cheryl and Eric themselves. They found a few siblings who were unfortunately dumped behind a grocery store out there in San Bernardino, and one of the siblings didn't make it. So they rescued the remainder and met a few of those of them yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a long day. but yeah, I'm pretty sure she's rescued almost all of them. I can't remember if they all were, but yeah, and then she's literally actually taken some cats from off the streets, and then we'll put them on the big screen. So it's just crazy to see. You see their facility, and when you first walk in, you smell the special effects and all the different chemicals and stuff, and then you go to a separate wing, and you start seeing, do not enter, cats in here. There's lots of different rooms, and you just kind of, when you see the cats and just how chill they all are, and they're all literally laying on top of each other, it's like this just massive cat sanctuary family. Even Pumpkin, the grumpy guy, he still comes out and like hangs out with you, and they're all very curious. They're all very receptive to you being there, which was, I thought, was pretty eye-opening. If you know cats, and they don't know you, they kind of freak out. And
Oh yeah.
my mom's cat has seen me, I don't even know how many times I've been back to Texas, 20, 30 times by now, and she still hangs out, goes in the other room. So when we walked in, and we're, introducing ourselves, they just came straight up to us. I knelt down to pet Willie, who plays Cyclops, and I thought I was in goat yoga. One of the cats jumped up on my back and just started, like, put her face right here and was like meowing at me. It was just and they were like, all right, well, we know who the stunt cat's going to be. So there were just so many things happening so fluidly. And to find out that a bunch of them literally were straight up rescued right off the street was really, really pretty heartwarming. It was cool to see.
Yeah, when I heard about that, that made me like this movie and you guys even more. And that's been my big push to a lot of people on Facebook. The fact that you guys rescued some cats to help out with this movie is just a great story. There's so many animals out there who need a good home that are just struggling. You just said that one of them didn't make it. It just breaks your heart when you hear that stuff, when cats are just, or any animal is abandoned, and you've got some people who have a good heart and put them to work in Hollywood. That's a great way. Great story. So, the chemistry, it sounds like, on this film, and you guys and the animals, everything seems to be working so well. And I'm excited for that because it seems like everything is going in the right direction for you all. That's fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to say something as a Buddhist.
Mhm.
Think about the karma these cats have changed in their lives. Think about the mission that they were on, this trajectory course of getting hit, starving to death, being bitten by fleas, blah, 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 all of the horrible things that go on, eaten by coyotes. But now they're with their brothers and sisters, and they're going to be movie stars. I mean, that's saying a lot.
It does.
Very cool.
Changing karma.
Yeah. It makes me wish I had like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I would just give it to you guys right now. Here's your $66,666, and here you go. Just run with it. I wish I did, because that makes me want to support this film, and I hope everyone who's listening to this will support this film just because of that.
Regardless of what happens on Kickstarter, we've already decided that we're going to give 5% of all of our proceeds back to the animal shelters that these cats are coming from.
Wow.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
Just to help
absolutely
better support
awesome.
them. I think that these like cats that are being rescued need to find homes, and they can't all with Cheryl. I think she's taken a lot already. I think she would take all the cats if she could, but it would be nice if people would go out and adopt these amazing cats.
Absolutely. You never know. I may be one of the ones that adopt them. I've got one, but you know what? I may be one. Who knows? I understand there's one heroic character on 4 legs. What about Monster?
Oh, Monster. Yeah, the one dog. There's a dog character. Well, the film is centered around a family that relocates to Pedro. The dad's going to become a superintendent of this rundown apartment building. And he has a 10-year-old boy, and the boy's got a dog, an English bulldog named Monster, who's afraid of cats.
Oh boy.
Afraid of everything, but especially cats. And then Monster has to step up and fight for his family. It's a super cool underdog story, pun intended.
Nice.
And Monster's going to be the only animal actor that's going to come with his own trainer. Cheryl's not rescuing the dog. We're going to cast the Monster, and I think we're going to start that process probably toward the end of the year.
Okay.
It's less stunts, then he's cowering in the corner a lot of the movie until without giving anything away. Toward the end, he starts to become a lot more heroic.
Nice.
But there's a nice arc. I think that's what I tried to do even with all of the animal characters when I was writing the script. I tried to give each character an identity and some kind of an arc. Wisdom, one of the cats, is a very like docile, lovable house cat when we first meet her, and then she turns and she becomes part of this army of cats, and she's struggling in between doing the right thing and not. So that's going to be a cool character too. And then Fat Cat that we've been talking about, our Garfield from Hell cat is a big marmalade monster of a cat that's Cyclops muscle, and if Fat Cat's there, then you're a goner.
That's awesome.
It absolutely is. So with this film's story taking place at Christmas, are you planning to do like a holiday release next year, or can we expect Catnip to land on its feet a little bit earlier?
We were thinking Christmas 2000, well, somewhere between Halloween and Christmas 2025.
Perfect.
Good deal. Well, one of the main reasons we have you guys on here is because obviously we want our listeners to help donate to this. So let's talk about the Kickstarter campaign for Catnip. How do our listeners get involved with this film?
Go to catnipmoviecampaign.com. We have awesome tier perk packages on the site. We've put together, David has been responsible for most of that, putting together these amazing packages so people can walk away with something really fun and unique and cool. Just like we want the movie to be fun, but we want the campaign to be fun too. David, you want to go over some of the awesome stuff that's available on our Kickstarter?
I kind of had this weird idea of what if it's possible to find somebody who can blow plastic shapes into objects, and then you can maybe throw some popcorn inside of them. So I was on this mission. I don't know what made me think of it. I think Dune or like Deadpool, Wolverine, all those movie blockbusters that got their popcorn buckets. And I kind of remember being a kid and seeing, they didn't come around back then, but just seeing the popcorn and everybody, I'm not really a popcorn guy, but everybody's just dousing it with the butter. And I thought, man, that would actually be really cool if we could figure something out like that. Maybe just get, 20 of them or something like that. And so I was on this month-long mission to find a manufacturer, and we did. So we actually have official Catnip popcorn buckets that people.
My husband wants one of those after seeing Chase's videos with the little, oh my God, those videos, this character he's created. But yeah, my husband's like, I want one of those. I'm like, I'll see what I can do.
Jeff here is a big collector of these popcorn buckets. So
Tiffany, your husband's not alone. And David, let me be the first to thank you. I'm looking at the tiers, and as soon as I saw the popcorn bucket, I was like, well, I know which one I'm going after, because I don't know what it is, but it seems like maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, to kind of entice people to come back to that movie going experience.
Yeah.
We're having some fun again, and these themed popcorn buckets start happening. And I can't remember what the first one was, that I got, but I was like, oh, I'll buy it. I'll spend the extra $10. It's a collectible. It's fun. And then the next movie came out, and then the next movie, I've got a cabinet full of these things now, including like the Ghost Trap when Ghostbusters came out, the Wolverine, Deadpool ones. Like, I'm running out of room for them, but it's one of those things. Like now, even when I'm at home and it's movie night, I can't get a glass bowl. I got to have one of my collectible buckets. And I saw the Catnip bucket, and I was like, this is brilliant. This is genius. And I'm getting my hands on one of these because I know they're going to go fast. So I know there's some really awesome stuff that you guys got in these reward packages, but man, the Catnip bucket definitely got my attention quick.
We were hoping that would be a cool idea to get people, potentially back into the theater wherever we go. So the convenient part about living right here in SP San Pedro, this is an official San Pedro hat.
Nice. Thanks.
I was wondering.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's San Francisco, but no, we're not Giants fans. Or Dodgers. I'm not even a Dodgers fan. But I live. San Pedro is where the port of Los Angeles is. So when they arrive, they just come straight here, and then we should be able to distribute them pretty easily. But that was, we thought, what was a cool way to get all ages interested in some of the things that we were doing. So we did a ticket to the pre-screening, not necessarily an official premiere, but a pre-screening where we kind of show it to somewhere here in Pedro. So all the locals can come, all the local businesses that are supporting us, the local businesses that were offering us their shoot locations at discounts because we're locals and stuff. So you get a ticket to come see that and to pick up your bucket. If you get the VIP version, you're going to get a bottle of hot sauce from Black Cat Sauce Company, who is a celebrity chef here in San Pedro. They've got the bottles of hot sauce all over town at San Pedro Brew Co. It's sort of like an ale house. So this local vibe of supporting local and supporting small business was just a really cool way to pair that together. And now whenever, I'm not saying people recognize me or something, but when you show up, they're like, aren't you the guy that's like making that movie? I'm like, well, I'm one of the guys. Wait till everybody else shows up. But yeah, we've got the script, blueprints of the animatronics and some of the designs that we have for the puppets that Eric is making at FX Labs. And then you get your name in the credits. And, I'm telling that to people and they're like, oh, okay, cool. So how much is each one of those? And I'm like, well, you get all of that for one price. And people are like, wait a minute, that should be like way more. So maybe we'll have to increase the prices because things are going fast. But the popcorn idea it's spewed out, a bunch of other ideas. We got cat piñatas for a certain level. And that was kind of an ode to one of our characters who might swing. I don't want to give anything away. Might swing a bat or something, and something might happen to a cat. So we're like, wait a minute, cat piñatas could be like, kind of kitschy, kind of tongue in cheek, kind of violent, but it's not real, guys. Okay, it's a movie, right. It's a piñata. It fits the mold. It fits the brand. And then there's just so many other things. Miss Copycat is a company that made a bunch of. She makes plush toys, the kind of the cat toys that you put the catnip in, and the cats love them. There's like little plush bloody knives. She makes like a razor blade. Obviously, if you're a horror fan and you're a movie fan, you're definitely a physical media fan.
Oh yeah.
So we've got Blu-rays. Nyle even came up with a cool idea to give the director's cut at a lower tier as an MP4. So it, it's not your physical media, but you'll at least get the director's cut. Then there's the Blu-ray special editions. You'll get lost looking on our Kickstarter. No one has ever, I'm sure I might be tooting my own horn a little bit here, but as a team, what we come up with, it's just, you've never seen a campaign like this with the caliber and quantity of rewards and perks you can get at such low levels. It'll change over time because we're going to kind of, entice people to bring up the dollar amount, but there's just, everything is just so creative, so fun. And there are a lot of collectible items as well. There's a couple of things that I won't even announce, but the sweepstakes item is really cool. If you want to know about that, ask Nyle and see if he'll reveal that.
I think we should keep that a secret, but you can follow Catnip on Facebook at Catnip the Movie, and we'll start talking about that soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun. Yeah, that'll be a fun thing. We're going to have, I don't know, a raffle situation for it. I think we're going to open it up. David and I are still hammering out like all the details of how we want this thing to work. But for a week, we're going to, whoever pledges during that week their name will be entered into a raffle to win this amazing thing that we're going to start advertising on Facebook. Yeah, I'm excited for it. It was such a cool idea. It was David's idea as well, that I bought the one thing for the raffle and then I bought another for myself. So when I called him, I'm like, I got two. And he's like, we have two to raffle off. I'm like, no, we have one to raffle off.
Yeah, my producer hat has like dollar bills going off in my eyes like a Bugs Bunny. And he's like, no, it's on my mantle. I'm like, oh. But it's an awesome item.
Yeah. There's like what 11 levels right now. I think you can for different dollar amounts that you could donate for. But anybody could donate any kind of amount of money looking at the website. So, but yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff on there. You are correct, David.
Even at the low the $10 tier, there's plenty of fun stuff on that.
There is.
The scratching the surface tier, I think is what you guys have it called.
Yep.
But on up, like I just blows my mind, like all the fun stuff you guys put together for this Kickstarter, because you don't typically see that. A lot of films will be like, we'll say thank you or we'll do this, but you guys are like it's swag central.
Yeah.
Definitely not a situation
one of my
where
favorite things on there talking about that scratching the surface. I have a friend who's in a group called the Infamous String Dusters. They're a Grammy-winning bluegrass band. I went to high school with this guy. His name is Jeremy Garrett. He's amazing. He did, for fun, a cover of the Love Cats by The Cure. On violin. He did like a real creepy instrumental version of it, so we could use that in our promotional materials.
Ooh, nice.
is that what we're hearing? Okay.
Yeah, that's in all of our
That is
teasers,
creepy.
our
Yeah.
concept teaser trailers, and I'm gonna try to put it somewhere in the movie if we can get the rights to the Love Cats, but I don't know about that. But anyway, he recorded it and gave it to me to use, and I asked him, can we give that away in our first tier on our Kickstarter? And he's like, yeah, that would be amazing. So it would be an original cover track of the Love Cats by The Cure, performed by this Grammy Award winning violinist, and it's amazing.
That's impressive.
We're going to take one last break, but don't go away, because when we return, I do believe Nyle has a special offer for everyone donating to catnipmoviecampaign.com.
So when does this campaign end?
November 22nd.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
we have
plenty
a
of
little bit-
time, right? We got plenty of time.
We have 23 days, if I remember correctly.
All right, listeners, you
From
go to
today.
work. Go to work,
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah.
Go to
Don't
work,
make us
give us your money.
Yeah.
Oh, that work. Okay.
yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, like with the rewards that you guys are offering, I doubt that we're gonna need to be talking to the listeners like, psst, 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 come here. They go to the site, they're gonna see it for themselves.
Yeah.
Well, to make it even better, if you make a pledge on our Kickstarter page and you mention, DM us on our Facebook page that you did so, and mention the name of this podcast, Film By, we will enter you into a drawing, and at the end of the broadcast, we will pick one winner, and we will upgrade your perk package to the next tier.
Ooh.
So if you bought $100
Yes.
package and we draw your name, now you have the $250 package.
Wow.
So it doubles all your perks.
Listeners, you heard it here from the director.
Yep.
Head over to catnipmoviecampaign.com, make your pledge, and then let these guys know on their Facebook page, hey, I'm Jeff Johnson. Well, don't use my name, or use my name, because I'll take all the swag. But let them know your name, let them know your pledge, and get in on this, because this is a fascinating thing. And again,
It is.
now someone if one of our listeners does the $250 pledge, they could get upgraded to 500. Is that possible?
That is correct. Yeah, no.
Fantastic.
And if you make a $2,500 pledge,
There we go.
we'll upgrade you to the top tier package, which is our 9 Lives package that includes a walk-on role in the movie.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
And
Dave, is it
actually, it includes everything that we're offering on the Kickstarter page, plus a walk-on role in the movie.
All right. What can I sell? What can I sell?
Dave, I was just gonna say, like, I got my Christmas gift already ready. If you're taking orders. Nyle, given the myth that cats have 9 lives, have you even begun to consider further stories for Cyclops and his fellow felines?
Yes, we have. We've been talking about
Oh.
that since we
All
since
right.
we started this one. We're like, what can we do for the sequel? I know that I've outlined a prequel idea that would be the origin of Cyclops. I think it would just be called Cyclops. And then we have direct sequels to this because it's open-ended at the end. Of course, there's a cliffhanger ending for the possibility of a sequel. Yes, there will be a sequel. If we can make the movie and get it into theaters and it does even anything, like one person says, I like the movie, and then we're making another one. Yeah, it would be great to build a whole world around these killer cats.
I know we can't give away these kinds of spoilers, but if there's a possibility of a sequel, Brooke, Tiffany, I'm rooting for your characters. I'm pulling for them already so that they survive this night of terror from these cats. So we could have you guys back for sure.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering something. Would it be awful if I left I have a DOG that has to go potty like now. So would it be okay if I left the Zoom? Would that be a terrible thing to do?
No, not at all.
Go for it.
Let's take care of that. Let's take care of the animals for sure.
Yeah, he's 17. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been
Brooke.
so fun.
Brooke, it's been amazing. Thank you.
Yep. Appreciate it.
I love you.
Bye,
Love
Brooke.
you.
We love you too, Brooke.
Okay.
Yes.
I can actually speak to that like sequel thing and whether our characters live or die, because it doesn't really matter, because if there's a sequel to this, if Officer Garcia gets it in the first one, I would come back as a producer again or something.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Would have me.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I would, or help with the cat wrangling or something. I mean, I would be totally involved in this again.
Yeah.
On
Come back
whatever
as a cat.
capacity. I come back as a cat. Yeah, I hear
There
they're
you
like
go.
I hear there's a studio selling some cat costumes really cheap, trying to make back some of their money. God, not. I wouldn't put.
One thing, David, you mentioned you're talking about, when we're talking about the popcorn buckets and all ages. It just dawns on me, it's a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's cats, but it's also a horror film, and there's going to be some murder. So, what kind of rating are you guys looking at? Because I know the MPAA has their say, but who is this movie for? Basically, is this an all ages movie like Gremlins and Acrophobia, or are we going a little darker, a little more gory?
This movie is for dogs.
Okay. Read between the lines, listeners.
Monster is just gonna be claim to fame. It'd be cool if we could get it unrated, like what Terrifier did, and just get
Oh gosh,
do whatever we want. But I think we're shooting for R.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're calling it Gremlins for grown-ups. It'll be a hard R. Rob, our producer, he's been on me since the very beginning to have a PG-13 cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. We looked through the script before we made a few adjustments. There was the F word in 50 times. There's the goriest kills. I'm like, if we cut out all the fun stuff, this isn't going to be Catnip anymore. It's going to be Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want Catnip.
We want
it to be bloody and gory.
Yes.
Speaking of Gremlins, I just rewatched that with my sons. I have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I've put them through Gremlins, Critters, The Lost Boys, Eight-Legged Freaks. We're gonna watch Arachnophobia. Gremlins is a scary movie.
It is.
Kids.
Yeah.
I forgot how. I know it's with the upbeat music and the Spielberg. Kind of the gloss over it. It feels like a family movie. That thing's not. That thing should be rated R. I don't know how they got away with a PG or PG-13 rating or whatever they got. Every Christmas, Gremlins is on every other channel to watch, and that's a scary movie.
It is.
It's dark.
I see it as a Christmas movie, and I can't wait to enjoy Catnip with it.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have a nice little marathon with Catnip and Gremlins. Christmas classics,
That's right.
Future Christmas classics.
It would.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that.
But we'd like to keep this as a hard R.
Good.
If we could.
Good.
And then for international release, there'll be a watered down version.
Yeah.
Got to come up with that made for TV version, that they can play on cable, and then give us the unrated for sure.
Well, on the Kickstarter, I'm offering the director's cut because I know the first cut of this thing is going to be NC-17 just based on
Yes.
on the gore. Eric Fox is like, he's been, every time I get him on the phone, he starts telling me his idea for how he's going to do all this stuff. Like the gruesomeness of it is so amazing that
Well,
he wants everything on camera, which is the way I want it to.
Yes.
You mentioned Terrifier 3, and the thing is, the audience wants this now. We want, if that franchise has taught us anything, it's that people want a return to the gore. They want to see the action. They don't want it implied. We had that phase, and I think we're going back to like the 80s and the early 90s where we're getting to see some pretty gory stuff, some graphic stuff, but it's fun. It's just fun to see what, these special effects people can come up with,
Absolutely.
It was insane seeing all the he cast a cat head and a cat jaw like in front of us.
Wow.
Like that's how long it took. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
oh, okay, cool. I'll go hang out with the cats, and then he was like, no, it's cool. And then he was just like, and pulls this like cat head out. I forget what the material is called, but it's kind of like if you imagine, you remember GAC when we were kids, that sort of like, in the way it kind of, if you hardened GAC somehow, and it's like this light, foamy, sort of rubbery material. It was like, I mean, I don't know how many minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes or something, but it was just bizarre. And seeing how seeing him talk about it and kind of how giddy he gets, I can understand what he's like, oh yeah, well, check this out. We're like, well, you're supposed to be doing your interview right now. Like, we'll get to the it's just like, but I got these ideas and I got this next thing. Watch out for that beaver. That was an Old Spice beaver over there. And oh, that male reproductive organ that was in Rob Zombie's movie. And he just like goes on and on. Just about all of it. And it all looks insanely realistic, like insanely realistic.
He definitely assured me that if we can't film with the cats in like some of the close-ups, that his puppet replicas are going to be so lifelike that people won't be able to tell the difference.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
I'm so looking forward to this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's always nice when you get somebody who's that creative on your team and who is that excited about it, because you're going to get some good stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a match made in heaven. This guy's gonna. I mean, we like I said, we relocated the whole movie so we can have Eric Fox do the effects on this and Cheryl train the cats. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it is. That's what it sounds like.
Listeners, we've been talking with Nyle Cavazos, Tiffany Helm, Brooke Bundy, and David Thomas Newman about their upcoming Christmas horror creature feature, Catnip. You can be a part of this when you head to catnipmoviecampaign.com. Guys, we cannot thank you enough for this opportunity, and we'd love to have you back for more when we approach the film's release.
Yeah.
I'd love to come back. Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we can bring some of the cats with us.
Yeah,
please.
That would be great.
Please, yeah.
I would absolutely love that for sure. Yep.
And thanks so much for having us on and your really just excellent, thoughtful questions. And you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Tiffany.
We appreciate that, Tiffany.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, listeners, are you ready for Catnip? Let us know on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Check us out on www.filmbypodcast.com for film and TV articles, and our entire library streaming free. Write to us at afilmbypodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and concerns. We may just read your response on the show and send you some A Film By swag. Once again, I want to thank Nyle, Tiffany, Brooke, and David for joining us. Thank you, listeners. For all you out there listening, following, subscribing to our Patreon, and donating to Catnip the movie, we thank you. The end is meow.